Hey, what's up everybody? Jeff Stevens here. Today I'm going to talk about ways to hack your learning process. There's a ton of information out there, and trying to consume it and use it in a valuable way is really becoming difficult. And it's constant barrage of information. So today I'm going to get into different ways that you can hack your learning process to take advantage of the time you do have to get the most benefit and actually increase your learning. Okay, the first thing you can do to help you hack your learning is to ask questions. It may sound pretty intuitive and you're thinking to yourself, well, that makes complete sense. Why would I not ask questions? But the problem is that too many people, they draw back and they don't actually put themselves out there because they're afraid to make it seem like they don't know the answer to something. I see this all the time at work and meetings where you get a bunch of people in there that are potentially even upper level management, technical leaders, etc., and they won't ask questions. Now, I personally have no problems with it. I'll put myself out there all the time and be like, can you explain that? I don't exactly understand what you're saying. Walk me through that process. Let me better understand exactly how it works. Can we go over that again? I mean, be inquisitive and ask the questions. Do not be afraid that people are going to judge you or think differently or think that you don't know what that you're like exposed or something. Just put yourself out there and ask the questions. Half the time, you know what? Half the time, the other people sitting in that room have the same exact question. So you're helping them out even though they won't admit it. The second thing you can do to hack your learning is to expose yourself to new tools. Go out and read blogs, sign up for online courses, go to Coursera, go to udemy.com, sign up for a new course, find new information out there. Watch TED Talks. It's very easy. Go onto YouTube, search TED Talks, and just start watching them, or download the app and start watching those. Listen to podcasts. Just start looking for new ways to consume content. There's so much information out there. There's all kinds of ways. Find the one that fits you and your particular instance. So maybe when you're driving to work, you listen to podcasts. Maybe when you're sitting at your kid's practice or something, you use the app and you want to browse through an app or something. So use the tools that are out there. There's a tremendous amount of information. Go ahead, seek out the information, and change your typical process. Don't rely simply on books or TV. Look for other medium that you can use to learn different tactics, different techniques, different perspectives. So along those same lines, the third thing that you can do to hack your learning is to use the margin that you do have in your lives. We're all extremely busy. We're constantly running from one thing to the next. I understand that. I lived that life. I got busy schedule with kids and work and family and career and all that stuff. But there is margin in your life. Everybody has the same 24 hours. It's kind of a hack saying, but it's true. Everybody has those same 24 hours. When you're sitting getting your coffee in the morning at work, pull up an app and take a look at some of the latest news or browse to your favorite website or your favorite blog, check it out. When you're driving to work, as I mentioned before, listen to a podcast. Instead of listening to the stupid morning radio show, put on something that you'll actually gain some knowledge and gain some insight into something else, learn something. As I said before, sitting at your kid's practice, whip out your phone, whip out your laptop, write a blog post, read something different. So there is that opportunity in your life to find those little parts, whether you're doing yard work or whatever it is. There are times where you can actually spend some time learning. Okay, so you've learned some stuff. It's kind of cool. You got some new knowledge, but the real learning happens when you actually do something about it and you experiment and you try things and you actually sit down and get your hands dirty with the process. So if you learn a new technique or you learn a new tool, actually try to implement it and do it. Then you'll learn even more. So don't just take the learning for learning's sake. Actually take it and apply it and do it. Too many people are afraid of failure. They're afraid that it won't work out. It looks stupid. They're going to try something new and it's not going to work. Just get over that feeling that you're going to fail. You have to try in order to succeed. It's kind of like what I do with the lottery. I feel like I got to play the lottery because I'm not going to win if I don't play it. Sure, my odds are terrible and I probably won't win, but I at least have a chance. So think of that similar model when you're trying to apply what you've learned. Sure, you might screw up, you might fail, you might look stupid, it may not work, it may be a waste of time, but who cares? You've actually learned something by doing it. Okay, the next way you can hack your learning is to build yourself your own little reference library. I often tout the merit of having an app such as Evernote, where you can access it from whatever device you're on, whether you're on your laptop, whether you're on your phone, wherever you are, it's always there. If you're more the physical notebook type, that's fine, but there's always a risk that you're going to lose that thing and then you're screwed. So I like to use an app or an online tool. You could use Google Docs, wherever. Just start collecting your stuff. At the course of the day, you're going to have all these thoughts, you're going to have all these concepts, you're going to have all this knowledge that comes at you. And if you don't have an outlet, if you don't have somewhere to actually drop it and to store it and categorize it, and so you can come back to it and actually use it, then it's just going to get caught up in the mix and you're going to be completely screwed up. So if there's anything you get out of this, it's please go out and get a tool or use some method to actually start capturing your ideas, capturing the knowledge you're learning. Just put it somewhere and organize it. Do not dump it and forget about it, because when you come back to it after a few months, you're going to have hundreds of items in there that are just thrown all over the place. So have a method to your madness. Implement a system. Maybe it's by topic, or it's news, or it's tech, or it's tutorials, or next big ideas, or whatever you want to do for categorization. That's a tough word. Whatever you want to do to kind of categorize that information will definitely help you later when you go back to try and use it. Okay, the final thing I'm going to say about hacking your learning. This is a necessity. If you sit back and you just rely on your current skill set and what you know now, you're going to be irrelevant. So you have to expose yourself to new learning. You have to learn new skills. You have to know what the latest and greatest thing is. You have to keep track of what the next big thing is supposed to be. Because otherwise you're going to become the dinosaur in the office. You're going to become outdated. Society's going to pass you by. So you have to make sure that you're keeping track of what's hot, what's not, how society's moving, what's the latest and greatest thing. And it's not like you have to know everything. Obviously you can't know everything. But you have to at least kind of have an idea what's going on. And the only way to do that is to continue to learn and continue to expose yourself to new stuff. Do not let the world pass you by, and don't become complacent with what you know. Don't think that you've reached the pinnacle of knowledge and you're done. Constantly seek that new information, because it's going to make you more marketable, and it's going to give you more options as you move forward in your career, or if you want to switch careers, or whatever you want to do. You have to have that knowledge. You have to continue to learn if you're going to do anything big in life. So that's it. I just want to talk to a few ways that you can kind of switch up your process to start learning different ways. Look for different information. Look for different sources. Use that information to experiment, to try things. Damn the failure. Who cares if you fail? Go out and try things. Learn things. Soak up everything. Just embrace. So there's a ton of information out there, right? There's just constantly bombarding you. Well, some people say it's a bad thing. It could be a damn good thing too, because you're learning constantly. There's so much amazing stuff going on in the world today that you just have to open your eyes and absorb it. So with that, I'm signing off. This is Jeff Stevens. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, one more thing. Before you leave, I'd love if you subscribe to the channel, and I'd also love if you left a comment. It's really great to have the engagement and to talk to others online and just become part of a collaborative unit kind of figuring all this stuff out. So if you have some tips or some tricks that you use for your new style of learning, leave it in the comments below. Subscribe, wherever the subscribe button is, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you.